You forgot it was Monday. I could not stop being reminded that it was Monday. It is always Monday to me. Ah, this dang thing. Oops. Let's try. Well, the days all seem to kind of run together, don't they? There we go. Now my tongue's the right color. Oh, goodness. Yeah, May seems to just keep going and going and going. I feel like April took like 5 seconds. Where is my wheel? There. Hey, Karama. Good to see you. I did tell Blue Sky. Twitter didn't want to agree with me. I tried to post and it was just like, you can't post. I was like, oh, that's cool. Thanks. I'm glad I use your service. It's extremely useful and friendly. Let's see if I can get that going again. Yep. Post not sent. We're sorry we weren't able to send your post. Would you like to retry or save this post and draft? Maybe if I put a bunch of racial epithets in it, then it'll let me post. Why don't I do that? Or tell everyone I'm going to buy a Cybertruck. I told Blue Sky at least. But I am just one little voice in the herd. All right. Yeah, I keep seeing him as well. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I know exactly what kind of a person you are. That's unfortunate. I feel in another lifetime we could have been friends. But not this day. That's nothing. When I saw, when I was at Midwest Fur Fest, no, Texas Furry Fiesta, in Dallas, there was somebody who took their truck and they built a really shitty metal enclosure over the top of it. I parked right next to them. It was absolutely one of those like was one of those moments I was just like, I'm gonna see this on like in like Wired or something at some point in the future. Doesn't take much to kill a Cybertruck, as it turns out. They are not well made. Most cars are not well made. That thing just makes it an art form. Wow. You didn't miss the wheel. I have not done the wheel yet. I was waiting for people to get here. You did not miss the wheel. You did not miss this week's banning of Black Box. There will be a wheel. I am just doing something to keep people from seeing like a blank screen or just a kobold picking his tail. You know, it's now that does remind me at some point. I'm thinking I'm gonna get my stream schedule back up and running, and I think I'm gonna start trying to do some themed days. Just so people don't feel the onus of having to come up with stuff. So, Greg. That is a great question, Black Fox. Where is my frickin' tail? Let me get that little guy going here. Oh, come on, do the thing. Taco Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday. To be fair, Karama, I did think of that when mill decks were a big thing. They probably still are. Every time someone would say mill, I would just be like, It's true. Taco Thursday and Thirsty Thursday could both exist at the same time. I'm not fighting it. I got the strength to fight that shit. Come on. I'm just one little kobold getting beat down in the arena of life. That's me. All right. Now, are you going to do the thing I want you to do, or are you going to be a dick? Oh, you're going to be a cool dude. Dude, you're a cool dude. You're a cool dude. I don't think the people need two of me. Tiamat knows that I only need one of me. Come on. No, what I want you to do is to remove... okay. There we go. Brand new. Now I just have to figure out where the hell my tail went. It's been this kind of a day today, so I apologize in advance. Oh, where'd my ding-dang tail go? I mean, I'm not going to spend, like, 30 minutes trying to get my tail to show up, but it's like, come on, really? I have -4 strength and nothing to boost it. You are absolutely correct. And at this point, I'm not even going to struggle to get my tail out. It's not worth it right now. Nobody needs to see my butt flag anyway. All right. It's funny, I was working on an interstitial page that I had come up with, and then I realized while I was inking it, I'm like, wait, this page doesn't make sense. So now we're working on this one. So fun stuff. Hey, Frump. Nice to see you. Welcome, Frump Dial. All right. So now that we have some folks here, I guess it is probably a good enough time as any to get that wheel going. Where are you, wheel? There he is. All right. I think the wheel came home early. Like, it just was not working out. Okay. Let's get this thing rolling, huh? Let's see. What are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight? That's not what I needed. All right. Spin it. Royal Slime Flush. Oh, Karama's putting up 50 channel points for banning Black Box. Is this thing weighted? Like, it has picked fan art like 3 weeks in a row. Good grief. Oh, God. Now I have to pick fan art. Oh, man. I don't know. The wheel loves fan art. The wheel does not want me to get comic pages done, which is unfortunate because I have 1 page left in my queue. What will it be? Okay. The wheel knows all. Let's get back to my. There we go. Mr. Blake Robinson. Okay. Fan art, fan art, fan art. What do I want to draw fan art of? That's a dang good question, honestly. Chop, chop, lizard boy. Excuse me. Rude. All right. Frumptile just walking in here, just being all demanding. There will be channel points eventually. You're right. I had an idea 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember it now. I'm in the same boat. Adorable. Let's toss some lines on the page, see what frickin' happens. Let's go. Arts and adventure, right? These lines aren't blue. We don't use anything but the bluest of lines. Let's get a cool pose or something. You're a servant of the wheel. Yep, it's gotta be blue. It's gotta be blue. It cannot be black pencil. Oh, you know what? Let me grab. I have like a pose library. Let me grab one. We'll just get like a random pose, and we'll work it into something. That sounds like it'll be fun. Boop. Oh, I don't know. Just let me do the thing. No, don't bet. Whatever. Right then. Okay. Where is that pose library? There you are. All right, let's find a cool pose here. Sorry. This is a huge pose library. I love it. I refer to it often. I used to refer to it a lot more because it has a lot of chibi poses. Doop-a-doo-doop. Like this pose, it's just so leggy. So much leggy. That sounds perfect. That sounds absolutely perfect. Let's just do the leggy pose. All right. Let's get this in. That sounded way more intense than it needed to be. Let's get this in. More pictures of the dog. There we go. Look at this leggy thing. Absolutely. We're using this. This is going to be our pose reference. Yeah, it's cute. And I can mess with it. Today on Learning with Zib. Okay, we got our chest. We got. There we go. This is like a Bishojo character, although the body's still too small for a Bishojo. A little bit more body in there. A little bit more. Not too much. You don't want anyone having too much body. Like it gets all to their heads and gets weird. Okay. So apparently I'm drawing a girl. I like the head position there. Shoulders are slightly up. Okay, that gives us the. Really don't know where that arm is supposed to be going. Okay. And we'll just add these just for fun, because I'm sure I will rein them in eventually. There we go. All right. We have a pose. Ugh. You know what I was trying to draw last time was Callie Briggs. Maybe I'll try drawing Callie Briggs. Although this is absolutely not the body type for her. This might not work out. Doodly doodly doo. Oh, yeah. I've been hit with a little bit of art block lately. Just I've been trying to work on pages and stuff, but it's just like bleh, it's not working out for me. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just crash through it. Why not? Yeah, it does. It's fine. It's just occupational hazard, I suppose, when it comes to art. Do. Okay, got some arm action there. This would be a cute Callie pose, honestly. She can be a leggy dame. It's fine. Block out her eyes. She's got weird glasses. That's okay, though. Hanna-Barbera has a full-on female politician, professional. Ted Turner goes, no, it's too violent. I say it wasn't violent enough, sir. You got up to chapter 3. That's a hell of a lot of reading. Good, Anya. How are you liking it? Are you liking it? Do you hate it? Do you hate me? These are the questions that all webcomic artists ask themselves. Just in there. Da, da, da. Okay, I think we got a pretty solid body on here. She's gonna need hair. She has awesome hair. That semi 80s, 90s hair. And it will probably be blowing in the jet wash. Hell yeah. That's going to be a thing. All right. This song is called Treading on Scorched Sand, but we all know what it's for. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying. I will say that the majority of those pages were drawn and written in 20. The time frame would be from 2011 to like 2015. So be kind. You already are. But. Her little tie. You know what? Clothes are going to have to be a different layer because there's so much going on here. Yep, it has changed significantly. I started Trap Finders with no official like goal or training, really, I guess you could say. I didn't have any kind of instruction. I just decided to start making a comic and see what I could do with it. And so my art style has evolved a little bit over time, which is kind of confusing to a lot of folks. To just like, when did the original artist die? It's just like, oh, no, let's see. It's still here. Check it with the shoulder pads because it was the 90s. Shoulder pads still existed, for good or for ill. Really, the true answer to that is that Slime Zeb won. Slime Zeb finally conquered me many years ago. Skirt ruffle a little bit in the jet wash. There will be jet wash. Oh yes, there will be jet wash. Callie's great in the fact that she has like a very simple costume. I would actually love to see more Callie cosplayers because she wouldn't be a difficult one. I mean, a pink Chanel suit would probably not be very easy to find, but still. Hey, Allie. Welcome back to the stream. The wheel landed on fan art, and I pick fan art, I guess. And then I found a pose, and then I'm just adapting it to Callie Briggs. So already, here's what we're gonna do. Go like that, and I'm gonna drop this down. Let's make some edits to this because it's starting to bother me. I like the stylized nature of it. At the same time, the biology of it is not working for me. It's like those legs is way too long. Those legs is fine, but they is way too long. It's like she walked into a building, was like, I can has legs, and they're just like, okay, yeah, sure, we got a whole bunch laying around. You can have the rest of them. She was like, oh, yes, has legs. Get those a little lower. Because we had extended the torso already, which was fine. When you got your arms akimbo like that, their shoulders are a bit up. Yeah, Chanel suit, not cheap. Specifically a pink one for some reason. It's like the holy grail of suits. Your best bet is to try to find one or try to find a knockoff at a Goodwill or a St. Vincent's or something like that. Because people die and they leave their suits behind. Okay. So we've got kind of the high-hipped thing going on here, so that works. I'll go ahead and apologize already for you, Black Fox. She's not a fat rat. No, you have a type. Okay, that's a little more reasonable on the leggage. She might have a little too much crunch, but that's okay. Let's drop that down a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. Yeah, that didn't take long. That's better. Yes, actually, I think that was the originator. Was Jackie Kennedy. The cameraman could very well be 1 inch tall. You are not. You're not incorrect, Kurama. I like your alternative history. Okay, let's see. Am I seeing this arm right? You know what? I'm not. I'm not seeing it right. I always liked Callie. And it doesn't hurt that Tress MacNeille does her voice. She's always one of my favorites as well. Okay. That's a bit better. I just wanted to rein that in. I was starting to bug me. She has a very small, does not have a very pronounced muzzle. None of the female cats do in SWAT Kats. Cannot be deputy mayor without mascara, apparently. Her glasses are so cool. No joke, I wanted glasses like that when I was a wee kobold. Saw Callie's glasses like, those are so cool. I want those. I think it's been like fully like 10 or 15 years since I've watched an episode of SWAT Kats. You'd think Zib, of all people, would probably have, you know, weekly watch parties. I don't know. Surprisingly enough. I will actually work on her hair later because I am going to need a reference for it. She has cool hair. I mean, look at these glasses. They're almost goggles. I mean, really. To obscure a little bit of the face here. You assume I have the full series on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and pirated Laserdisc. Oh man, I can't. I really wish I could say I had the Laserdisc, but George Lucas recorded over him, so SWAT Cats is gone, and just this goddamn Star Wars is on it. No, I do not have the DVD for SWAT Cats. I think it's only a two season dealie. Knowing Ted Turner, he probably wrecked that too. It's a very heroic pose for her. Okay, maybe now we can try. There's lapels. She has very small lapels. That were very cute. I did find it funny that Ted Turner was just like, "Oh, the show's too violent. We gotta get rid of it." When, like, it also had like a cool female character, even though she was really like a tertiary character. She was not only a politician, but she was like way more competent than the actual mayor. And you know, they actually they never really did like a cheesecake bit for her, or like a fan service bit for her. I mean, it's Hanna-Barbera, so they really don't in general, but she didn't have any super racy costumes, unless you're really big into sweatpants, because one of the Korean episodes, you can tell it was a Korean-made episode because it was good. No, it was one of the episodes. I think it was in the second season. God, was it Dr. Viper? Yeah, it was a Dr. Viper episode. She's like out jogging. Oh no, she was just like out in her car, and she's in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt. It's just like, God, she's so real. I know, right? Show's too violent. I'm gonna buy a wrestling company. I'm gonna enrage an entire generation of furries. Okay, now I have to find need a reference for Callie's hair. I also had to. I have to admit that the fact that her full first name is Calico is just freaking brilliant. Meow, meow, meow. Is this a decent? Are you gonna reach? Are you gonna reach? Can you get to my? Oh, come on. Come on now. Up, there it is. Yay. Boop. Well, it's tiny, but it will... Damn it. It got cut off. Okay. No. My God. I can't win today. Okay. 1 second here. Hey, Gray. Lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. Where is my mouse? No. All right. 1 second. For some reason, I mean, I know I work with a Mac, and it seamlessly integrates with my a magic rectangle here, but boy howdy, does it not want to play nice. Do 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 do. Get a good reference here. There we go. Let me guess. This one is also shit. It is! Hooray. It's almost like nobody has any decent pictures of a cartoon from the 90s. Oh, well. It's alright. We'll figure it out. Oh my god, is that a ping? It is a ping. There. Alright. I don't know. Let's try that one more time. Oh my god. Stop. It wouldn't be my stream if I wasn't immediately having issues with my equipment. There we go. That's better. All right. All right. Toot. Much better. There's a good ref. I was close. I wasn't very close, but I was close. Hey, I've been a podcast before, so that's okay. People can lurk. It's fine. I am well aware that people have lives and other things happening. And I'm just not that important. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Now she's looking left. All right. All right. So, look at this sassy ass reference. Oh, stuck with a doorbell. That's you know, I've had worse. So it's a good thing. Yeah. I lurk a lot of the time as well, so whenever I do end up watching a stream, I usually will be lurking about, skulking about in the shadows. Wow, I'd forgotten how far down her coat was cut. I have a very conservative Callie Briggs going on here. God. Well, let's jump in here and get some. There we go. Let's fix some hair, huh? Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Oh, no. All of you are welcome at any time. There we go. This accurately portrays the clown parade my life has become. For some reason, I just imagined her glasses being much too. See, this is why we use reference, folks. This is why artists need to use reference. Otherwise, I had like a fucking fan fiction going on here. Disappointed by Hanna-Barbera yet again. That's a different fan fiction. Oh, you mean drawing. Got it. Well, I am drawing the Zib version. I do like being as close to being on model as possible, but this is the Zib version. There may be some differences. Also, why does she have arms on the glasses that do not go to her ear? Got a lot of questions, Hanna-Barbera. Got a lot of questions. Did kind of look like Robin's mask. You're not wrong. Yeah, sorry, Adorable. You walked into that one like a brand new screen door. Tap or straps? I'm sure you meant tape. But tap or straps sounds like something that you say to somebody at a bar. That sounds like it's code. So, hey, tapper straps. Straps. Right on, right on. I'll see you later. Tapper straps. How's everybody doing tonight? Like, for riggedy reels? I still stand by my statement that she has cool hair. That's way closer. Big chillin'. Black Fox is doing good. Karam's doing pretty good. Doorbald's doing okay. Oh. I get it. Trust me. I get it. Ghost hunting will usually help. I had a roommate that was a ghost hunter. He was fine, but some of the people that he hung around with were not fine. I may have already mentioned this in a previous stream. Well, now she's looking like Callie. Look at that. Done. She doesn't need her suit. It's one of those weird things where it's like all of the ghost hunters that I've met, for the most part, have been really cool, just down to earth people who just have a quirky hobby, which is fine. Then there's other ones that just live it. And I don't have a problem with that if it doesn't affect your regular life. Well, hell yeah. When I was a hatchling, I saw Ghostbusters, and I was just like, well, there's the career path for me. Just franchise that shit and move to New York. Easy. Easiest of peasies. It was not the easiest of peasies. I mean, on one hand, it's interesting because, like, being a professional ghost hunter, it's just like, you know, whoa, we're catching ghosts and doing shit. And then later, when you die, then you become the job. Then it's just like, oh, you dumb fuckers. I'm going to haunt the hell out of you. You're a pro at crossing streams. I don't want to know what that means. Like, how many times have you been in, like, the van on the way back, like, from a ghost hunting session, when you've been just like, oh, man, that ghost totally bush league. If I was haunting that place, here's exactly what I'd do. That radiator totally could vibrate a lot more, and it sounds like a moaning person. So, I mean, right off the bat, totally better. That power junction, way easy to just completely manipulate. Phasmophobia stream went. Oh god, I've watched people play that. It just it looks so difficult for what it is. Although that would be fun to get people on the Discord to play it and do it on stream. And immediate what's the word? Immediate blockade, I guess, of Black Fox being the one with the mic. Because I absolutely know how that would work. We would get out of the truck, we'd start looking for, like, temperature variances, we'd put the frickin' journal up, and then he'd be like, Kara White, Kara White, Kara White, and we'd be like, we are all dead. Exactly, Frumtile, exactly. Those losers didn't even throw any books at us. What a noob. I had zero feelings of dread in there. Oh man. This is why I keep coming back. Because you guys are fun. Even when you're lurking, you're fun. How does that feel? How does that work? Excuse the burpees. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Give us a sign, give us a sign, give us a sign. Look at this shit. My hands aren't even clammy. Weak. You're talking shit. Even not even in the van. You're talking shit at the site. It's like, so this asylum sure is haunted. Nice one, Oklahoma. Boo. Oh, look at that. I'm making more noise than the ghosts. Oh man. I guarantee you there's like a poltergeist or there's like some kind of specter that's just watching the stream going, "Oh, I am going to go right over. I am going to rustle his jimmies. I am going to." He has all of those anime figures. Those girls are on the floor in a weird octagonal pattern. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. And then he doesn't do it. You know, it's like, well, you know, I think he learned his lesson. Exactly. Yeah, Phasmo sounds like it's fun. I've watched like Markiplier play it and stuff. It looks like one of those games that it's like this will either bolster or destroy a friendship. Before I was just like praising Callie's costume, and now I'm just like, yes, the boob length tie. I did find it funny that her suit was double-breasted. Wah, wah. Oh, I'm just doing this. See, this is the problem I have is I have a reference literally stating right next to the artwork that I'm doing, and I'm not paying attention to it at all. Her suit is double-breasted. That's when you have a suit. Allow me to... Ironically, I'm not drawing the chest. Allow me to demonstrate, Black Box. So, when you have a single-breasted suit, that is a suit that has 2 buttons. When you have a suit that has multiple buttons in front, that is a double-breasted suit. That is the extent of my knowledge because I do not wear them. Pants are an anathema to me, so... I don't even think it's that complicated with her. I think it just terminates. And I think if I remember the official show art, she doesn't have like a distinction between the jacket halves. Talking clothes with Zib. That's definitely not what I wanted. There we go. I wanted the pencil. I think she just has the 2 buttons. They make no sense, but she just has the 2 buttons. And if I recall, her jacket must go a lot further. I'm starting to question my knowledge of SWAT cats, guys. I'm starting to question it pretty hardcore. I may be a fake SWAT cats fan. I may be incredibly fake. Okay, so now in this, okay, that has to be fan art. Yes, it is. It is fan art. Okay. For a second, I was just like, that cannot be the actual design. but this is the action. Oh my God, Hanna-Barbera, come on, God damn it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of formal attire myself. Yeah, getting dressed up usually means someone's getting hitched, someone's dying, someone's getting born, or you're going for a job interview. So I am now upset at both Hanna-Barbera and my memory of SWAT Cats. If the if the show production art is to be believed, Callie's jacket and her skirt are the exact same item. They're the exact same garment. That is stupid. Like, I don't understand where the practicality for that is. Granted, I do not have the plumbing that necessitates a dress. Although, but I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It's silly. I mean, can you imagine like your jacket and your skirt? It doesn't work. How do you pee? 2-in-1 blazer Mormon skirt combo. We're kind of getting there. We're kind of getting there. That's weird. But like undoing the jacket is like I'm not seeing the utility here. I'm not understanding it, and that's all right. I don't have to understand it. It's just a thing. I don't have to understand it. I just have to draw it. God damn it. I guess, Adorable, I'm coming from the idea that you should not have a... No, that doesn't work either. I find it silly to have a single garment like that. I find it silly. That's just me. Says the kobold wearing just a hoodie. So that's exactly where I'm at. It does beg the question, however. She's wearing a white shirt. All right? She's wearing a white work shirt, like a button-up collared shirt underneath the jacket. What is it tucked into? Is it tucked into anything? Is it bloused into a skirt? No, it's just hanging. I don't think she would be wearing a romper. I mean, come on. She is a professional. She is the deputy mayor of Mega Cat City. She's not wearing a romper. Is this really? Is this where the debate's going tonight? Is this exactly where we're going? Formal romper. I have no words. I do have words, but they are best not spoken in the company of good people. So the whole thing's just one big dress. I see what you mean, Frumptow. At the same time, it's like it seems like a I don't know. I don't know anymore, you guys. I don't know. I'm just a little blue kobold. I don't know how this works. You know, we could be a little more daring. It could be like, right up the thigh. There we go. Woof. Woof. Now, there's a dress for you. That screams professional and alluring. It's all tearaway. Thank you, Corvus. Corvus Blackwood, everybody. Oh, Corvus, we're doing fan art today because the wheel has decided. I'm telling you, you walk into a conference room wearing this, people stop. Everything stops. But then she would need a belt. She would kind of need a belt to tie it together, wouldn't she? Because otherwise you just have this really long, nun-like habit kind of thing going on here. And it just doesn't, it just doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up, guys. Tonight on Zib redesigns everyone's costume from 1994's SWAT Cats. Did you guys know there's a SWAT Cats Super Nintendo game? For reals. There is a SWAT Cats Super Nintendo game. I don't think the ever saw many women in suits. In the 90s at Hanna-Barbera, I almost guarantee it was a complete sausage fest. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think because she's, a side character, she's not really a very, very prominent character. They didn't go too deep into her costuming. But yeah, she needs something to cinch the waist. And I think all they did was they just pinched her waist. So just like, so it just has this tiny little waist. Instead of a belt. They could have just given her a belt. God's sake, just give her a belt. It's still on the transparencies. There we go. All right, well, let's make this skirt a little more daring. Because that's... This full-length dress thing is silly. Can smell the pomade and cigarettes. Yep. On occasion, I actually do get like a weird sniff of it's cigarettes, beer, and floor polish, and I am instantly transported to a bowling alley. And I don't know why that is. I don't bowl. Not really. I would like to. I just don't have the time. But it's that weird mixture of like cigarettes and beer and floor polish that always get me. All right. Here's my compromise. Yeah. Also nachos. Here's what we'll do. All right. So this is already going to be flapping a little bit. Well, let's give it a little bit of a cut. There we go. So it's a little sporty. And then I will give her a jacket. Because, damn it, she deserves a jacket. She's the deputy mayor of Megacat City. She can have a jacket if she wants. She can have a jacket if I want. Greasy food. Yep. I don't know what it is. That is one of the key things I think, or the key things that I remember when I think of classic retro games. Specifically, Bubble Bobble. Because the bowling alley that was not really near my house, but definitely in the same city, had Bubble Bobble. I remember walking in there and just smelling the cigarette smoke. And if you're drinking and smoking at a bowling alley at like 2 p.m. in the summer, when I was a little hatchling, I did not know that was a cry for help. Bowling would be fun. It'd be fun to throw like an adult, not adult, you know what I mean? An adult's 90s-esque bowling alley birthday party. That would be super fun. Oh, yeah. It's all in the timing. It's all in the timing, Adorbald. 2 p.m., cry for help. 5:30 p.m. and on from there. That's pretty much a union meeting. That's a sales team meeting. You can get all kinds of stuff done at that bowling alley. All right. Now, one thing I do remember about Callie is that she has a very foofy, luxurious tail. You can see it is hinted in
Hinted in the artwork there. I had a cat with a foofy tail like that before. Her name was Keela, and she was very difficult to handle. I have a very hard time drawing heels. So guess what, Callie? You're getting some plats. Because you're a powerful political woman with some height. She's got some height. These are awful, awful flats. Everything about these is awful. All right, you know what? We're going to come back to those shoes because Jesus Christ.
Come to the alley. We have lung cancer, alcoholism, midlife crises, and bad comb-overs.
Hey, bowling is one of the few sports where you can be a professional athlete and still eat nachos at the same time. Oh, man. Don't act like a buffoon at Wendy's. Wendy's is the temple that I arrived behind. Glow bowling. Yeah. Cosmic bowling is what they call it over here. What is a woman of status without the intimidating click of questionable stilettos to announce her presence? I'm thinking army boots. Big ass army boots. And it's less of a click-clack and more of a thump. She is going to step on you, and you're not going to like it. I mean, you might. God damn it. The music gets quiet when I least need it to. All right, Callie. Let's throw some lines on you. Let's see how we do there. Let's see how we do. Pretty good for an hour. Got somewhat of a sketch going here. It's so funny to me, and I know every artist is just like, don't compare yourself to other artists. Yet we do all the damn time. Adorable. No, from Tile. What? I'm gonna allow it, but I need. I'm gonna need some context there from Tile. While it's true, laser tag is. I mean, you get in the heat of the moment, and friends become enemies, enemies become friends. Okay, I think I can suss it out now. Okay, gotcha. Laser tag's a good time. Had a laser tag place. They also had an arcade, because if you're waiting between rounds, and I think they had one of the original Ghostbusters pinball machines, which was really rad. But they also had X-Men versus Street Fighter, and it was one of the coolest things ever. I always took Rogue, and I always kissed everyone to death because that was my fucking jam. Nope, all good. Yes, X-Men versus Street Fighter. That was right before Marvel versus Capcom. Having so much trouble talking tonight. I apologize. My potion is not even one that can affect me so. Clearly, the caffeine count in it is not as robust as they had intended to say. All right, let's drop everything down to about 50. Here we go. That'll do. That'll do nice. I think arcades are one of those things that it was born out of necessity since console gaming was not a thing at the time. But then, as console gaming got more popular, arcades got less popular.
But I think, but I think, and this is just my opinion. I think the generation that grew up with arcades, or grew up kind of not worshiping arcades, but you know what I mean, like the just like idealizing arcades, are finally getting old enough where they can, you know, buy bars and make them arcades. I actually, and this is a sentiment that I've held for many, many years. I miss malls. I really miss shopping malls. I think they were a great kind of a great old world nod to an extent. They were shopping centers that people could socialize in. All right, that hair, that's going to bother me if I leave it like that. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like if a mall was only small retailers, like really small companies and stuff, it could be back to being cool, because back in the 80s and 90s, most malls had to have those anchor stores, right? They had to have like the Kohl's and the J.C. Penney and the Sears to keep them going. But yeah. It's one of those things where online shopping just really killed them, because people were just like, now I don't have to go out. And it's like, but a lot of us need to go out. Oh, nice. That's nice to have a game store in the mall. That'd be pretty sweet. Like a word with whoever designed Callie's hair. It was cool in my mind, and now that looks like something I would have done. And it's like, dear Hanna-Barbera. Oh, I see. It gets kind of pinched around the glasses. I got you. Let's put the glasses in. Let's zoom in, Zib, you big idiot. I've already told Black Fox many times, once I get redeems, one of them is going to be one of them is just going to be, you know, a redeem your channel points to yell at me to zoom in. It's like, it's digital art. You can do that, Zib. Yeah, it was more pronounced, wasn't it? Yeah. I like mine better. Once again, trying to draw with my forearm and not my wrist. Confident strokes. Nice. So, okay, Karama, you probably know this because you've played Yu-Gi-Oh! But something I thought was really interesting that I did not know before was that if you owned the Yu-Gi-Oh! GBA game, for example, I think there were a few, actually. There were a few, like, Duel Masters and things like that. But if you owned one of the GBA Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, there is a little numeric code on each Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that you could enter into the game and then get that card yourself. I thought that was the coolest thing I have ever heard. I was like, that is something that was not publicized. Like when I first saw Yu-Gi-Oh! That was something that was not brought to my attention. And what an awesome way of going about it. Like, can you imagine if Wizards of the Coast had the balls to do that? Of course they wouldn't. Buy these virtual card packs instead. It's like, come on, Hasbro. You already have more money than God. Yeah, I mean, it was extremely cumbersome. I mean, on a GBA. So, like, I get that. But, I mean, what a cool idea. What a neat way for, I think it's Konami, actually, for Konami to be like, you know what, we really want to help drive sales of the cards. Obviously, they probably had some kind of a contract with the company, but like, what a cool idea. Oh, you have QR codes for packs. That's interesting for Pokemon. This is the theme in Culdcept Saga that you hear when you win or lose. You'll lose a lot. That game makes you lose a lot. That's how it is with a lot of CCGs right now. It's one of the reasons I actually have not gotten back into them. They take so much money. I actually, and this is kind of embarrassing, this dates me a bit, but I had several of the original Magic the Gathering starter decks. Because back in the day, I didn't understand how a collectible card game worked. So I bought multiple starter decks instead of packs. And needless to say, I had plenty of fucking lands. But yeah, I even played, and this, I'm not ashamed to admit that I played the DBZ card game, and I enjoyed the hell out of it until I had a friend who could not stop beating me at that game. So then I spent about $300 on eBay getting cards that I needed to barely beat him. I will say the DBZ card game was very interesting when it first came out. Yeah, well, there's cribbage. I have really wanted to get a backgammon set. I watched the Grumps play backgammon, and I'm like, oh my god, this game looks fun. Most games are still going pretty strong. Pokemon's going strong. I know the DBZ card game kind of got a facelift and some mechanics changes. I haven't played it since the late 90s, early aughts, but I know it's still going. So that's kind of cool. Rip Toriyama-san. Yeah, no, Kurama, I did spend way too much money trying to make a deck. It's burned into my memory because it's the only time I actually beat the guy. But I remember I had several, at least 3, because I think that's the max you could have, of the Yajirobe's gifting drill, which did like you got like 1 extra energy damage or physical damage, and I stacked it as much as I could. Of course, the dude that I played against always played Vegeta, and it just was not working for me. So I ended up using Nail. When the Frieza Saga came out, I got Nail because you don't need to power him up. His level 1 incarnation was already more powerful than the original Vegeta. So I used him, but I couldn't use him until I had all 3 of his power levels, and I finally got it. And then I won. I won once. That's all it took, apparently, for the game to come crashing down in my social group. Yeah, I don't know why that was such a poignant memory. I apologize. It, rough, but I still want. This guy, love him to bits. Still love him. He's a great guy. Um, he's an incredible tactician. He's extremely smart with planning. With just he's so good at it. He's a software programmer, and I had to be as methodical and as cheap as I could possibly be to beat his deck. His deck was just good. It was just a good Vegeta deck. And my entire strategy was to run out the clock. Basically, I would block every one of his attacks. Like, every card I had was either an attack or a block. So I would just, he would be like, all right, cool. I'm going to do an energy attack. It does 4 damage. I'm like, blocked. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do a physical attack. That's going to do 5 damage. I'd be like, block. And he just got so mad. I was doing like no damage to him whatsoever. And the only way I won was because he ran out of cards before I did. It's a lot like a mill deck, really. But no, it was just, yeah. I play blue. I'm annoying for no reason, other than the fact that that's the entirety of my deck. Yeah, it you'll be happy to know that I retired soon after my one victory. That's not true. I played again versus somebody else, and they trounced me very, very easily because my deck was not built specifically to beat them. That's all right, though. Now I have abandoned CCGs for their much more expensive and difficult to store cousins board games. I am proud to say that I have every major Hero Quest release for this run, this particular run in 2022, 2023, 24. Including the one that snuck by me. I still managed to get it. Black Box, you strike me as the person playing D&D as the Beastmaster class and just summoning 800 creatures and just going, well, my turn's going to take 4 hours, so we should probably just call the battle. This is a little sloppy. Triple D's. The legends exist. Oh, you know what, Callie? You deserve to have shoulders on both sides. We'll make sure you do. One thing I actually did manage to get into during an anime convention was Magic Jumpstart. What a cool idea! Like I actually was a big fan of the idea because I love the idea of taking two discordant decks and throwing them together and just seeing what happens. Like, I've got ghosts and kitties. Watch out for ghost kitties. Or don't, and lose. New, 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 new. New, 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 new. That's one of the things I'm so proud of with the folks that are watching my stream. They always, you guys always have something really cool, like that you just kind of come up with and you just start running with, and I love that. Like this time it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? I like that. This is the kind of atmosphere that I always wanted with streaming, was the kind of the convention drawing experience that I had, which was sitting at a table and telling jokes and being a goof. So hats off to that. Do 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 do. Oh no. Ooh. Generic oat breakfast. That is something that I've always found funny about Magic players, is that they just have the weirdest deck names. You know, Adorable, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that your deck is not it's not sanctioned. There's goblins in it. And maybe that's just an oversight. But a pretty big oversight. It's not fine, but you know what? This is a fun stream. We're not going to be, we're not here to argue. Now I'm mad that Cobalt is German for goblin. I have a feeling that I could interject into any Magic the Gathering conversation and just be like, "Oh man, did you guys see that Fountain of Nacho Life? Oh, that deck's crazy." And someone will be like, "Yes, it is crazy. What are you? Is there something we can help you with?" And then I would just kind of slink out of the room, just be like, "No, it's cool. I'm just gonna go build the ballpoint pen skewer deck." And they're like, "That one is forbidden." I'm like, "God damn it! My joke is backfiring on me." I'm going to go work on the Estes Model Rockets for All deck. It's a poignant deck. It's very, very good against flying. God damn it. How long do you think we should let him think we're fucking with him? Oh, God, that's my dating life. Brash Taunter Secret Lair. No, that's the ruler. We wanted the pen. Pen is mightier than the ruler. Until you need the ruler to do something, and then you're just like, hey, ruler. And it's just like, oh my god, do you need me to use my friggin' truck to help you move again? It's just like, God, no, not. I mean, yes, but still. Has anyone been the guy with the truck? Has anyone here been the guy with the truck when it comes to like people moving? I fortunately have not been the guy with the truck. Y'all seem too smart to be the guy with the truck. Oh no, Black Fox. Ooh, I forgot the little cut. Forgot the little cut in her dress. Her skirt. I love how some of these remixers have added so many little themes into some of their Deltarune pieces. It is very impressive. God, we're getting near the moment of truth with these feet. Dare I Wayne Reynolds this piece? I've been tricked into helping move too. It's okay, Black Fox. I have been there as well. And Karama, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I actually don't play Magic the Gathering anymore. I haven't since 1992. Makes me sad. There she's. Wayne Reynolds this shit. She's standing behind a rock, and there's some smoke here blocking her other foot. There. I don't know to jump. Don't jump feet. We'll get it figured. I was playing the the digital Magic for a little while, but I kind of found that the game was not for me. Maybe it wasn't the game. Maybe it was the community wasn't for me. It's around the same time I fell out of love with Hearthstone. I was playing Hearthstone pretty religiously for a long time, and then I just got so mad with Blizzard that I was like, I'm not playing your game anymore. I felt that way about Overwatch too. I was a Blizzard guy for a little while, but since their communities seem to be pretty toxic, so it's probably a good thing that I got out. Little blue guy like me, I don't need that toxicity in my life. I already look like I'm poisoned or at least choking. fix that lapel. I will do so from close up, because if I do so from far away, it will look terrible. Adorabald, I think I'm going to create a shadow account called Terrabald. And I'm just going to be mean the whole time. I'm just going to be really rude. I think that's how this is going to work out. No, it's absolutely okay, Frontal. It's just my personal preference. I have to say, Blizzard makes really good games. They make really good mechanics. Like, I can't fault them for their game design, but their culture is just not my favorite thing, and I can't support that. So, and there's other smaller developers that I can enjoy. So, but you know, I don't look down on people for enjoying it. Like I said, they make good games, or did. Oh, it's gonna be basically the same as you, but it's gonna have like an eye patch. An eye patch and like a just an absolutely like vicious sneer. God, boobs do not work well in suit coats. All the more reason to get rid of them. Coats, not boobs. Hearthstone is checkers, Magic the Gathering is chess, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, Riot was kind of the company that made me start really looking at the games that I was playing. And I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you're evil if you play this game. I just really don't like Riot. Yes. Adorable with the Grinch face. Yes. That big Chuck Jones weird ass smile. 100%. Honestly, I think I like my Callie better. There we go. Now I need to, I mean, it's a sound weird, but I need to see her feet because I don't know how her shoes go. Don't know how her shoes go. That's absolutely the excuse. Man, there were so many good episodes of SWAT Cats. There we go. Oh, God, they are fucking stilettos, aren't they? Blech. Boo. Boo earns. No, that makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. And that is a huge issue with the games industry right now as a whole. Production is insane. Yeah. I used to work for a software company. Not a game company specifically, but a software company. And hooey, man, It's not just the games industry. It's the tech sector. Yeah. Yeah, and again, it's totally cool if people play it, but I can understand if you don't. I had an art teacher, probably my favorite art teacher, one of them anyway, one of my favorite art teachers. And they were showing me this old, I think it was from Bern Hogarth, some like bog standard art, like art book kind of how to draw kind of thing, and he was showing me the male and female side by side, like the anatomy art. And he's like, "Do you notice anything weird?" I was like, "Well, I mean, no. I mean, they're both nude." And he's like, "No. He's like, "Take a look at her feet." And I was like, "Oh man, don't be a feet guy." And he's like, "No." And weirdly enough, the female character was drawn with high heels, and I was like, "That's asinine. Like, why would you do that?" And it was just we had a long conversation about it. It was very cool. But he was talking about how high heels were designed to elongate the leg. I thought that was interesting. I still think they're awful, in terms of like how uncomfortable they are. Had, had plenty of girls tell me about that, but it is interesting. Dude clothing is not built that way. Fruptile, you are just tripping the mod like crazy today. It's hilarious. Yep. It's one of the things that I respect anybody who can wear high heels, because they are incredibly difficult to wear, especially for long periods of time. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's asinine. It's not something that should be encouraged. You know, it's like you said, it just basically ruins your ability to walk by the time you turn 40. Or at the very least, you have massive issues with your toes. Well, Wayne, I still drew them. You hack. Let's try that again. Let's... No, I have not seen Indigo Park. I should just give her, like, Sonic shoes. There you go. Way past cool. Way past cool. Yeah. I can understand that. Oh, I see how these work. Her actual designed shoes are almost like polygonal. They're very, very, very like sharp. Let me try that again. Okay, so there is a bit of the Achilles heel, and then there is the rim of the shoe, ankle. I see. Okay, and then flat, and then we have that triangle. I mean, just for my time with the Dragon Scouts, I see this and I'm just like, that's not a comfortable thing to wear when you're walking. And then some fashion designer from the 50s is just like, shut up, you little blue bastard. And I'm just like, how did you get in my house? And they're like, I came in through the window. And I'm like, oh, I keep meaning to close that window. Well, Gray, I think we found my my second great weakness, and that is high heels. And not weakness as in, oh boy, I love these. Weakness as in, I can't draw them for shit. Here they're off screen too, so no one was watching me struggle. I could have just said, yep, they're perfect, and then just saved it and been done. But no, you, all those nice folks that are watching the stream, I do this for you. Bring that in a little bit more. Hey! Welcome back, Gray. All right, let's get some lines on this and finish her up. So I have spent 2 hours on this drawing. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just a silly little bitch again. If it wasn't a completely different company, I would swear that this Cultcept Saga music was done by CyberConnect 2, the company that did Solata Robo and Tail Concerto and all that good stuff. And I am once again using the pencil tool. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing terrible. Kenji Ito. Well, there we go. This is what happens when we have the internet at our fingertips. That leg is so long. It's not right how long it is. It's wrong long. Both of those legs are way too long. I'm sure he has composed a ton. Here's what we'll do. All right, and back here, and then let's shove these up a little bit. That's a bit better. Yeah, I think the kind of general rubric for legs is half body height. Should be roughly half body height. And that was like 2/3 body height. She was less a deputy mayor and more an abomination. Sweet, hopeful music for the end of the game. Everybody's going home. No missing persons. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I still love you, Night in the Woods. Warts and all. Nope. Has to go around the heel. Sorry, drawing legs. This is a beautiful song. This is a lovely song. It also, like I said, it also kind of makes me feel bad that we lost Alec because he composed this. But it's also like I feel it's not really appropriate for the ending. I really don't. I love the ending. I mean, it's creepy and weird. It's nothing like this particular song. That's just me. Yeah, right. Okay, so she's all inked. I think so anyway. Let's take off some of these. Doot, doot, doot. Ah, yes. Have to fix those. I have goofed. I had the wrong layer. I did not create a new layer when I was working on those sketchies, so gotta make some little cleanups here. Honestly, this particular portion of doing any kind of drawing, it'd be really handy if I had OCD, because I would be able to completely focus on stuff that bugs the hell out of me. But That being said, I would not wish OCD on anyone. I saw something recently where they were talking about how, you know, having OCD has become less of a people treat it less than a disease or less than a kind of handicap or issue, and more like a, oh my god, I have such I have such OCD. It's like, no, you really don't. All right. Favorite character from Night in the Woods? You know, I have to second Adorball because Angus has the best. Angus, in my opinion, has one of the best stories. Because I didn't like Angus when I first started. I was like, wow, he's really standoffish and kind of mean, and or at the very least, he's really like passive aggressive. I'm not a huge fan of that personality trait, and come to find out, he had a pretty terrible childhood. So yeah, completely did a 180 on Angus. But I will also words. I'm also on the B train. So love that Beatrice Santello. I really hate that I put that on the wrong layer. There we go. That's somewhat better. Leg. That's some funny little fact about Roscoe is that he's very submissive for a shepherd, which is great. A wuss dog is way easier to deal with. But when he submits, like he'll roll on his back, but he also like raises one leg, just like, here's my leggy. Like, oh, you're just a peanut. That's what you are. Tell you what, that's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna smooth that out. There we go. All right, not terrible. Not my best, but definitely not too bad. So I will likely get this colored up and thrown up on the Discord and on all my channel-y doos shortly. Let's see. Got a little bit of time here. Let's see what the wheel has in store for us. We'll once again turn to my good friend, the wheel. I know, come on, ban Black Box. The wheel. All hail the wheel. All hail the glow cloud. All right, there we go. Let's get this party. Let's get this party rolling the way it's supposed to be rolling. There we go. Here we go. If it's fan art again, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the wheel. It's
kind of looking like it might be fan art again. I am going to absolutely delete this wheel. Oh, God, it's talk. Oh, we're already doing plenty of that, aren't we? And those channel points, you're running low on channel points, Karama. I think you're in the hole like 100 now. Just gonna keep betting on it like 23. If I have the opportunity to adjust your channel points when I do institute them, then I will make sure that you are in debt. It's got to be the most comforting thing I've told somebody today. Well, I suppose I could get this all colored oop while we chat. There we go. It's fine. I'll just immediately put you into debt. That'll be that. Let's get my... There we go. All right, let's drop those together. Nope. Hey, that's not what I wanted to happen. That's rude. This, by the way, is the battle music that plays during Concept Saga when you are playing the Magic the Gathering portion of the Magic the Gathering and Monopoly game. Oh yeah, go big or go home. Classic arcade games. Okay. That's a great question, actually. In terms of classic arcade games, my number one is Alien vs. Predator Arcade. That game is awesome. I love that so much. There you go. There you go. You'll win and you'll be at 0. And then right back into debt. Yeah, Aliens vs. Predator arcade game. Also a big fan of the Dungeons & Dragons arcade game. Definitely very important game as a young hatchling. Oh, Mappy or Dig Dug. Oh my god. The I have the Dig Dug music in my head on a pretty regular basis. Like the music whenever you move. The and then the death noise is always on there, like ooh, Goth Cali. Ooh, that'd be a project, wouldn't it? Ooh, Goth Cali. That's an interesting idea. Tower of Druaga! Oh my god, Tower of Druaga is awesome. Yes, I will say Dig Dug does have just the best vibes. You don't even feel too bad when you die. You're just like, that Fygar was going to get me anyway. Yeah, I guess that Fygar was going to get me anyway. That's fine. I'm not really too invested in that. I'm part vampire. dee. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. This didn't turn out half bad, actually. I'm legitimately like pretty pleased with this. Yeah, Doorbell. That's one of the things about Jiraga that's really hard. The other thing is or the other game that I would think would be very similar to that would be Hide Glide or Super Hide Glide. Good God, that game. That is the game that I believe. I believe that game introduced bump combat. I think so. Which was later used in like the E series and all that good stuff until Falcom finally got their head out of their butt and were just like, oh, people can press a button. Huh. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that, Falcom? I don't know. I can't give them too much crap. They were pioneers in their field, so. I think her tail and her face are the same color. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Deputy Mayor Calico Briggs. Oh, she does have a little pink in her ear, doesn't she? Same as her nose. Easy peasy, 1, 2 squeezy. Oops. Got some crumbly bumblies here on the old jacket. Ooh, some of that line art needs to be smoothed out. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's better. I've been going through a bunch of art tutorials in how to kind of quickly and effectively color and shade comics because I feel it's something that my particular comic lacks. But I'm still working on that. I have not managed to get to that point yet. Well, your eyes are a little bit messed up, too. That is unfortunate. That's much better. Oh, her nose is not the right color. Is it? No, it needs to be a little more pink. There we go. That's better. And the internal ear, yep. And the nose is messed up. Well,
Clearly, I was absolutely watching what I was doing while I was working.
You're reading the wrong comic, kid. That one's a tearjerker.
And her shoes are the same color as her tie. Doop, 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 doop. Actually, not too disappointed with this one. Leg. I see this as almost more of a you know, I could push Mayor Manx out of the window. No one would miss him. What color would you say her eyes are? They aren't eye colored. They're kind of gray, aren't they? Since it's Hanna-Barbera, we'll just err on the side of blue. But this kind of periwinkle blue actually works with her color scheme anyway, so stick with that. There we go. Gosh, I'm actually happy with that. Not super impressive, but definitely nice. Topaz, yep. Topaz is actually another good color. Entirely possible. And her buttons, I know she has some buttons on her jacket. I'm going to give her some buttons because otherwise, what kind of a kind and loving art god am I if I don't give her some buttons? That's the pencil tool. Apparently I'm not that kind. God, I think it was part of the second season where, like, one of their entire goals as a city was to rent out Megacat Tower, like attract some business or something like that to the tower, and it just keeps getting attacked by giant monsters. It's just like, man, you guys can't win. There we go. Yeah, adorable. I hope you're enjoying it because it's definitely been a large part of my life. You know, if I could go back in time, I think what I'd end up doing is Do that on a new layer. Oh, the Bizarro World one. Yeah, that one's not bad. You mean Irving? Keep reading. Irving is one of my favorite characters. So, much like George R.R. Martin, minus 300 pounds, he's like my Tyrion. I was trying to figure out. When I first wrote the part, I was just like, I need a nerdy name that's not like Egbert or something, and I was just like, Irving. Done. But if I was to go back in time and redo this, which I certainly could if I really wanted to, but why would I bother? Since she's kind of got, I might bring her arm up a little bit to be more on her hip, and then I think I would have her with the SWAT Cats communicator. That probably would have been a little bit more dynamic for her, since that's typically how she talks to the guys. So yeah, something like that. But this works too. I'm still very happy with how this turned out. As a random ass words fan art. There we go. God. Clean up some of that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm seriously not trying to toot my own horn. I just am very pleased with how she turned out. So. Just want to give her like a word bubble. It's like nudes in bio. Thanks, guys. I really got to make one of those cool artist signatures one of these days. Hey, you guys. The theme to Undertale, Deltarune. Yeah, we've been through a lot. We went through a portal and upset a world, but it all turned out fine, and we all made some friends, except for that goddamn Jebel. I legit got teary-eyed when I first got to this part of the... Wow, I'm going back in time, apparently. When I got to this part of the original Deltarune. I loved it. I just loved it. Yeah, it's like, I really should just, like, go for it. Like, there's, like, a happy dragon barfing up rainbows. Even something a little bit more... Wow. Great segue. Damn. Music went hard. Did not have to go that hard. Work on that 2024. What I should really do is I should get a graphic designer to do it because I am not one of those. In any case, that turned out great. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, ah, yeah. All right. All right, Wheel. All right, Wheel, I'm going to toss you one more time here. I'm going to give you one more shot at greatness. Do not miss your chance. I'm not even going to use the music because maybe the music's influencing it. I don't know. Another 100 points on Ban Black Fox. Do I hear 200? That's more of an auction, really, isn't it? Oh, that's pretty close. Oh, so close. Oh. You know, Karama, I feel for you. I feel for you. Minus 200 points so far for Golden Karama. I love it. I also like how the stream itself is just like, you need to work on something. Like, okay. Jeepers creepers. Let's see if there's something I can scribble on for the next little bit here. Those are both Callie Briggs. That's not my comic. Oh, yeah. This is what I was working on before I was waiting for all of you. This, yeah. Actually, why would I show you that page? It's like, this is a secret page. And it's just like, why would I show that to you? This is not a secret page. This is not a secret page that may or may not be added. That's the other one. Some Katya in there. That was a good day when you could draw some Katya. Yes, this one gray. I'm actually quite looking forward to this sequence being out. Since I'm having a lot of fun drawing it. Plus, it's been a good long time since y'all have had a fight. So. Oh, I remember, what was it? Oh my god, there was one I played for a little while. Me and gacha games don't get along too well. Not that I hate them or anything, but I lose interest in them so quickly. Kind of the same thing with MMOs, unfortunately. There was one that I was playing for a little while. Valkyrie Connect, that's what it was. That game was pretty cool until they just stopped doing new collabs. Like, they just kind of ended up being very stagnant. Oh, what am I thinking? This is the ending theme for Night in the Woods. This is the one that I'm like, this is absolutely not appropriate for what's going on right now. Is this the hangout with Greg? Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. No. It's been a minute since I finished Night in the Woods. So my apologies. That's you are correct. That is correct. Yep. Oh, frozen pot stickers. Those aren't easy. I will say, those are not easy. I give you full credit for attempting the dish. Full credit. And I will say, I have a Japanese place nearby the house, and it is good food, but even they fuck up the pot stickers. So fret not, sir. You're in fine company. God, those sound good right now. Actually, some words are just completely escaping me today. What is the specifically Japanese pot sticker? Gyoza. God, gyoza. Oh, really? Too much water? Huh. Were you steaming them or frying them? It sounds like you were steaming them. Or boiling them or something. I don't cook. Not that I don't cook, I just haven't for a while. Yeah, gyoza. I had takoyaki when I was first... Yeah, I mean, pan steaming is the way to go. I had takoyaki the first time I went to Australia, and yeah, it's a thing for me now. Gyoza and takoyaki. Oh, damn. I get you, Gray. Double serving makes sense. It's weird. Steam goes a long way. It's super weird. I did that similarly. Actually, I had almost the same problem with chicken. I was trying to steam chicken in my rice maker. Because I was like, I don't want 8 pots and pans out. I just want dinner. And I ended up making it really rubbery, which I thought would have been the opposite. But it wasn't wasn't good. Got it figured out later though. I get you. I think the stuff that I got when I first went to Australia that I think that was more authentic. Because I don't remember the squid being as intense, but in all other cases, I've had it, and it's been a little bit too much. So I'm with you on that. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Funny enough, one of the reasons I stopped eating octopus was because of how much I like them. I think they're really interesting and intelligent, and I feel bad eating them, so I have stopped in recent years. Same thing with lobsters. Actually, I've had lobster once. God, that was when I was doing HelloFresh. Yeah. Crab Rangoon. Every time I see an octopus at a aquarium, I'm always excited. This strikes me as a Cobalt March. With how meandering and wandery it is, I think it's a perfect example of Cobalt music. I'm thinking about making a dish sometime this week, probably maybe next week. If anyone's familiar with chicken divan, I'll try making some of that. It's a super comforting meal because it's chicken, it's broccoli, it's cheese. Pretty much it. Adorable, I legit made lyrics to the Nekomiri March for a character I was making. It was a kobold dragon apostle. They basically were wandering around exuding the amazingness of dragons, especially to villagers who had just been completely rampaged by dragons. And he had a theme song. Like, he actually had a little theme song. It was hilarious. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. He also had an incredibly annoying voice, much like mine. Why does this strike me as like the last episode in a season of a very intense drama anime? I believe the lyrics were something along the lines of like, march on, we're marching for Tiamat, the queen of all of dragonkind. Red, black, blue, green, and white, your fright is right, as we're marching for Tiamat, the queen of all of dragonkind. It was something along those lines. It made me very happy. Well, Karama, I dislike mine more than I dislike anything else. So there you go. My voice has gotten better. It used to be a lot more nasal, which was incredibly annoying. Sounded more like Brian Wecht, who I love the man as an artist, but his voice is really kind of annoying. It's really up here in the nose. Can't really handle it that much. Yeah, I was actually really pleased with Kisuke's pose here. I like to think that kobolds are what gnomes should have been. Industrious, colorful, fun, portable, gifted lovers. And just, in general, just amazing characters. Who needs gnomes? They're just more whimsical halflings. I cannot believe that I beat Tunic. I can't. All kobolds want to do is set up traps, mine tasty rocks, and be awesome. Yes, gifted. All kobolds, always. The terrible kobold pickup line that just came to my head was, Tiamat's not the only one with 5 heads. Okay. You're leaving. All right. I don't need to draw that part of his face. It's being covered by his arm. There we go. And I've ruined a doorbell. Took me long enough. Ooh, decisive smiting. Decisive Smite sounds like an awesome cleric-based kobold band. Cannot be ruined. Cannot be ruined, Gimli, son of Gloin. mentioned how happy I am that Kisuke has his regular hair back. And you might be saying to yourself, Zib, you control all of this. And it's like, yeah, but I can't just change it from one panel to the next. Kind of like it being a little bit organic. Ooh, look at this Angie face. Ooh, this Angie face. So Angie. Ooh. Okay, buddy. Breathe. Chill, my friend. Also, your little fang is not fangy enough. There we go. Now it's fangy. Ooh. I guess Decisive Smite does kind of sound like Massive Attack, doesn't it? And that's a giant blob that I didn't need. There we go. Bump. No. Gray, you have just absolutely named my next Arbalest character. Massiva Atrak. She's from far to the east. Massiva Atrak. That's silly and borderline racist. I'm sorry. Wow. I'm getting stuff down that I'm really liking. This is kind of cool. I wish I could do this every time.
Wow, I wish your art wouldn't be complete garbage all the other times. This is kind of nice.
He's gay. I need you to stop being super, super passive-aggressive.
No, it's great. No, it's like 1 in 1,000 times you're going to have a really cool time, so, just 1,000 more shows to do.
You got sassy between chapters.
Yeah, well, you put me through a hell of a lot, Muddy. You're kind of a jerk.
I also gave you a huge girlfriend.
Well, I'm not complaining about
that. Sometimes my genius befuddles even me, the great Gray. Okay. I'm glad no one could see that, because describing it isn't nearly as shameful as doing it. I was like, where's Kisuke's hand supposed to be when he's throwing like that? And it turns out it's not there. So, good deal. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Yeah, it's funny as we've seen kind of Kisuke in this most recent chapter kind of coming back to being a little bit more like Kisuke, but also kind of retaining some of his his experience and things that he's dealt with, over the last time period. And it's funny. I'm actually not snark for lack of a better term, but I'm looking forward for him to be a little sassier. Like he used to be in the early chapters. because I heard when I saw Dorvald was reading the comic, I actually went back and started reading it too. Which is also something I do when I need a pick me up, because sometimes I'm really, oh yeah, this was really good. But he was much sassier in the first couple chapters. He was the realist, which I think was the foil to Hiroko. So. Oh gosh, Adorable. If you read the first 3 chapters, you've gotten to the creepy hats. That was like Black Fox's favorite part. He was a fan. He was a fan of that. Oh, apologize for my cough. It's still being a bit of a jerk, so get rid of it eventually. Oh, 2 chapters. My bad. You're at chapter 3. Well, never mind. I'll go ahead and avoid talking about Black Fox's favorite part of the comic. I'm just thinking back to that little conversation I was having, and she's like,
Well, you put me through a lot, buddy. It's like, I gave you a huge girlfriend. Well, I'm not complaining about that.
do 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 rampa. Do 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 do. His leg's a little longer than that. Oh yeah, that was an early gag. That was one of those things that I originally had planned out and then just kind of moved on with it. But yeah, I actually quite liked the getting thrown out of shops bit. That was actually pretty cute. I think I need to reblock that leg. Let's reblock that. Well, that's not too bad, actually. Yeah, that's the way we have to go. I thought I was very clever with that sequence, Adorabald, when I had the then dwarf, like they were like, we need a sword of vanquishing, and he's just like, I don't know what that means. I was like, we need vanquishing, like weapons that'll vanquish. He's like, I've got a boot of get out of here if you're not careful. Yeah, I still stand by what I was saying. Please don't worry. We're not doing a demon in a bottle arc for her. She had a bad night. That's all. Will Fabian be able to block this leg out? Maybe. Probably not in time for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Do you gift wrap? Yeah, I thought I was pretty funny when I wrote those pages back in the day. Thought I was pretty funny. No longer do I think I'm funny. I do have fun with it. I do feel sometimes that my sense of humor gets a little, like, off kilter.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
I met Kyle Haybear, the narrator from Dragon Ball Z. Nice dude. Kind of a convention bum. There we go. I'm going to Wayne Reynolds this shit. I mean, it's a common joke now, but like back in the day, I found the narrator's bits to be so frustratingly, like, spoilery.
So it was always just like Frieza's serving muffins for breakfast, but Goku can't find the butter. Will Goku find the butter? Find out on the next Dragon Ball Z. On the next Dragon Ball Z, Goku finds the butter.
You know, it's like, guys, this is not good storytelling, and I'm not even that good at storytelling. I just thought it was silly. It was like, you guys, like, I mean, part of me is just like, I understand you're trying to keep people amped up for the show, but like, a little bit of suspense is okay. It's like, you honestly think we can't handle, a tiny bit of suspense? I mean, geez. I mean, cheese or something, it's just insane. It's not done. It's not done. It's not done. It's not done. And could you? No, that's not where I need that to be. Okay, we're going to zoom out because that's apparently how I can only get things done. Wow, I am out of potion and I'm still burpy. Good job, Tim. Burpy, yawny. Got a pup that wants to snuggle. Hope so anyway, because I'm going to that couch and he's going to hang out with me.
He only hangs out with you because you feed him. Oh my god, Keysgang. Why, I'm not wrong. You're a terrible person.
I'm going to write you out of the story, Keys.
If you do, you're gonna make a lot of people mad and they won't read your comic anymore.
Shit. You're good at this. Oh yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho kind of had the same thing, but I mean, like, I don't know. It was different. I guess maybe it's also because like they did individual characters for all those stingers at the end. But yeah, no, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. Ah, it was nice to watch that again, actually. Learn to draw, noob. Yeah.
It's not like you're some kind of omnipresent god that can just change every.
What can't I do, Keisuke? Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're a real asshole.
Telling you, if I ever get into doing motion comics, which does seem like it would be a lot of fun, I absolutely call dibs on doing Keisuke's voice. Kobolds are 3 feet of condensed bastard. Dibs on the sword. It's an odd one, isn't it? All right. I'm going to put this panel together, and then I think I will head out for the evening. I say head out, but I really mean pass out in my sock drawer. There we go. Choco upstairs. Bonjour, my little control point. Mein Liebchen. Throw me like a British nanny. It's not exactly how that joke goes, but I'm still gonna take it. Cut frame. There we go. Meep. Meep. Cool. All right. Okay. Hooey. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, folks. We get our Cali drawing done. That was a lot of fun. And got some more work here done. So, what a productive evening! Thank you guys so much for being with me. I always appreciate it. It's always nice to just talk and see how everybody's doing. Again, thanks, Adorable. I hope you're enjoying the comic. I hope you have a good time with it. If anything, you absolutely did help. Yes, I came into tonight with a pretty bad attitude mentally, and I'm leaving it much more energized. So thank you. But yeah, intend to stream on Thursday. I do believe coming up I will be doing a camping, so I may not be available on a Thursday, but no worries. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you on Thursday. Have a great night. And yes, my little graphic is gone. I don't know what happened to it. I'll have to fix that. Good night, everybody.